Hello, Facebook profile. This is Gail, the Legacy Lady, and this is episode 2 of me, Gail, going live on my personal profile on Facebook. Tonight, we're doing Legacy After Dark again. I don't know if this will actually be the continuing time because I really need to be going to bed at 10 p.m. Eastern. However, this is where we ended up tonight. So, we're going to cover intergenerational storytelling tonight. And hi, Libby. So they sound like really big words, and I love the idea of intergenerational storytelling because it doesn't limit us to just 2 generations. It's how can we do storytelling with everyone in the family, and what does that look like around the dinner table at Christmas time, and just how can we have a conversation together that ultimately results in someone being able to record their legacy, whether it's a written one, an oral one, a video that gets taken, or just a conversation that happens together. So intergenerational storytelling, what is it? For me, this is my own definition that I've come up with. It's kind of what I just talked about, but this idea of having conversations together that tells a person's story with different generations. So it's not just one peer group. Hi, Trista. Not just one peer group talking to each other. So it's not just all the aunts and uncles talking together. It's not just all the grandparents talking together. It's the cousins and the grandchildren and the kids in between, everyone getting together and having a conversation. Hi, Shalene. I hope I pronounced that right. So that is what is intergenerational storytelling. And the reason I'm talking to you about it is it's the course that I created, which is Work with Someone You Love. And the whole course is laid out to help you do this intergenerational storytelling. It's literally everything you need. I made a fill-in-the-blank narrative. I actually wrote the story for you without your information, obviously. So there's little blank spots where you can fill in the bits and pieces that I help you figure out throughout the course. Hi, Eric. And yeah, so it's just so much fun. Hi, Nicole. Oh my gosh, I have a party. Hi, guys. So we're talking about intergenerational storytelling and how it relates to legacy and what it looks like at Christmas and Thanksgiving and with holidays coming up. It's if you want to have a different conversation for the holiday season, I can totally help you do that for a very low price of $97. And that's my last salesy voice. I like having fun with it. Anyways, so why does it matter? So intergenerational storytelling matters because if we don't start talking to each other in intentional ways, like asking people about how they're feeling about something, how do they feel about memories that happened a while ago, what's the story behind this picture, what's the story, hey grandma, how did you get this recipe, who made it, who showed it to you first, when did that happen, and being able to establish those timelines, those memories are going to go away so quickly it'll happen before you even realize it. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this in particular tonight on Legacy After Dark is that not every time, but many times when I talk to people about legacy, they say, oh, I wish I'd known you 10 years ago, or where were you a year ago when I needed you? And my first instinct, my first response is that I want to hug them because I know exactly how they feel. And I have my own grief story, and you can read about it in my book and on my website and everywhere else because I don't hide it. But what I also want people to remember is that there's people here right now that want to have those conversations with you. So having the regret is obviously part of our human condition, but part of our human condition is also having the opportunity to do something about it. We can have the conversations now with people. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to bring this up. And I kind of covered this already, but with intergenerational storytelling, who am I talking about? I'm really talking about everyone in your family and friend-wise. So the 6-year-old, they have their own story that's happening right now. The 26-year-old, they have their own story that's happening. The 56-year-old, they have their own story. And then the 76-year-old, they have their own story. But all of them together having a conversation is a really cool way of getting a full picture of what's going on in the family. So if you have any questions about what I'm talking about, feel free to put them in the comments. And yeah, so my question for you is, who in your life right now could you do this with? So who around you, without thinking about the people that have gone, we'll get to that part in a couple weeks. But who in your life who's here right now around you, who could you work with to have this storytelling conversation together? Whether or not you decide to use my course, whether you don't decide to buy the book, everything is online on the website in blog format. You can go look up Twitter. Everything I've done on it's all free basically. You can go get it. The course is fun because I do videos and the fill in the blanks. That's where all that stuff is. But so think about it. Who in your life could you do this with right now? And feel free to, if you want to, put it in the comments or just store it in your head. And I'm going to use the word challenge. So my challenge to you is to take that next step and actually go to that person and ask them. Say, hey, I heard about this idea of having a storytelling conversation. Would you do this with me? And then make the time to do it together. Because one of our problems that we have in our world today is that we say, oh yeah, I'll totally go get coffee with you, or yeah, let's totally set that up, and I'll go see you next week, and let's get on the phone. And then nothing ever happens for whatever reason. So life gets in the way, we get too busy, and we just don't do the things that we want to do. And I'm unbelievably blessed, lucky, however you want to put it, to be able to just do this. So I've created a space where everything I get to do is storytelling, which is awesome. So I just wanted to share that. And this is my way of sharing what I love, which is storytelling, with you. So if you're interested in looking at the course, you can totally go check it out. It is at www.thelegacyrecorder.com/tell their story, THEIR. And it's only $97. It's for life. You get it for forever and ever and ever. I included word banks. Word banks are so much fun. So hi Jen. So everyone, not everyone, but we use angry, we use sad, we use happy. I wanted to include word banks so that you weren't limited to just, 4 emotional words, because there are so many different ways to say angry and happy and sad. So that's all in the course. And yeah, so to recap, we covered intergenerational storytelling. Hi, Annie. Hi, Annie. I covered intergenerational storytelling tonight. This is Legacy After Dark. I'm Gail, the Legacy Lady. And your question for the evening was, who in your life could you work with right now to do intergenerational storytelling? So someone who is not in your generation on the family tree. Who could you work with to not necessarily write down their story, but have a different kind of a conversation? So instead of asking how they're doing or the other surface questions, thank you, Eric. Let me know if you have any questions. So, oh crap. Dang it. Yeah, intergenerational storytelling. So who can you work with right now that you could reach out and touch? Who can you call on the phone? Who can you go get coffee with that's in your family, not in your generation, that you can ask them about whatever you're interested in. If you want to hear about their childhood, ask about their childhood. If you want to hear about their first work interview, ask them about their first interview. Ask them about their first date. And the first seem to go over really well. So asking people about their first, or asking someone about their favorite, or asking about the worst. So those are all tied with emotions that we all experience. And then as you're having the conversation, there will be an opportunity where they will most likely, after they tell their story, they're going to ask you about your story. And then you'll get a chance to share yours. And then there's even more of an opportunity to deepen your connection and find the similarities together, and potentially find other things that you have in common that you didn't realize you had in common with this family member. So that's how you do the intergenerational storytelling. Hi, Monique. And I'll put a little bit of a an outline in the description of this video so that it'll be a little easier and you can see it right there. Yes, Trista, right? I know good conversations are so hard at the holidays because it's like you feel like you're supposed to like catch them up on all the stuff you did this year, and maybe you haven't seen each other, and it's so sometimes it's really overwhelming. And I know my family's going to watch this, but I can't remember all the stuff we did. And then I feel like kind of like a jerk because I can't remember all the things, and it's not that I don't want to share. I don't store information that way, and I enjoy the moment while we're in it. And this is really funny. Hi, Sandy. I'm kind of like the cobbler with the shoes. I don't remember to always write down my own stories. Whoops. So I'm actually practicing that. So every blog post that comes out now, when I post the legacy chats, they're going to have a little bit of my story. So the last, I think, 4 weeks have a little bit of my story in each one. And then I'm actually trying to do a video vlog type thing with that information too, just for myself to get back in the habit of doing it, because I'm encouraging people to tell their stories and then I'm forgetting to tell mine. So yeah, I'm just reading comments for a second. Oh, Nicole, that would be so cool. Yeah, like, and at that age, I mean, I'm not going to do the math right now, but that's an amazing, amazing resource, on so many levels. Hi, Sandy. So definitely, and sometimes those conversations with people that are in that age bracket, they look different. They obviously are going to look different than a conversation you're going to have with someone who's 56 or someone who's 26. I don't know why I'm using those ages. But so if you have any questions on what that conversation might look like, feel free to PM me and we can talk about it. Hi, Danielle. It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in ages. And I'm totally going to say we need to catch up. If you catch the replay, Danielle, I did a whole bit on the part where we say, oh yeah, let's get coffee, let's do this, let's get on the phone, let's like see each other. And then we never do those things. And so as a part of this intergenerational storytelling, my question for the evening and my challenge was, who in your life could you have a storytelling conversation with right now who is not in your generation, but they have to be related? So we're focusing on family as we're going into holiday stuff and back to school, and we kind of get lost in all of the busyness that we're all doing. So one of my goals with the Legacy Recorder is that it helps you deepen relationships without it feeling hard. Hard is the right word, yes. So without feeling like it's hard or you're going out of your way. Not to say that it isn't important to go out of your way to deepen relationships, but we only have so much time on this earth, and I really think things should be fun. So for me, legacy is fun, and I feel like the way I've created it is a fun way of doing it. So one more time, you can find the course. It's Work with Someone You Love. It is at www.thelegacyrecorder.com, and you have to put the in front of it. So thelegacyrecorder.com/tell their story. And there is THEIR for anyone who's not sure. And the cost again, it's only $97. And you get everything. Hi, Brig. It's nice to see you. It was so much fun meeting you this morning. I can't wait to hang out with you more. So that's the evening. That is Legacy After Dark. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And that's it. So I'm going to bid you adieu, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming.